name is Laurie Wood Ducharme, Director of Operations, past 12 years, Four Arrows Regional Health Authority, and Four Arrows represents the 4 Island Lake First Nations.
My name is Robert Guilford, and I'm here in St. Teresa's Point as part of a chicken raising project that we've got going through Four Arrows Regional Health Authority.
Today we're here, as far as I know, we're going to see the end of our first year of our chicken growing project.
So the idea with this year's project was to raise, well, in this case it was 25 chicks brought up, which are just meat birds. They were not layers, they're just meat birds. Brought up to 5 different families.
We want to see if the communities are able to grow, if that's the proper word, grow chickens, raise chickens. And I've heard, a lot of good things about the interest from the people in the area.
I was on the radio here the last time I was up. Thelma got me on the radio and kind of introduced me as the chicken man. Well, it was only an hour or 2 later, and we were in the grocery store, and I had 2 people come up to me and say, "So are you the chicken man?" Yeah, I'm the chicken man. So then we go for gas right after that and pull up to the gas attendant says, "Are you the chicken man?" "Yeah, I'm the chicken man." Yep.
Well, like it's with everybody else, when you do something for yourself and you do something for your community, for your family, it gives you that sense, that I did something. So when you go in the back of your house and you see a chicken coop there and you see, live actual chickens, and you say, I grew those. So it makes you feel good. It gives the family a sense of pride. And if they're showing that to the communities, I'm hoping, that other families will pick up on that and say, we want to do that. We want to have that sense, of pride, that we did this on our own. As it's well known, this is an isolated community. The only way in is the way we flew in this morning. Winter time we can go on the winter roads, but any other season it's you can't get off this island. So it does cause a problem, as far as the price of food.
The price of eggs and, well, meat and everything else up here at Island Lake is quite expensive. Everything has to be flown in or brought in the trucks on the winter roads, which have been the last couple of years have been kind of iffy and very busy when they are open, sort of thing.
Northern Store is the only store that actually is the major store in the island, in the community. So they monopolize and they can set their own prices, and I'm not quite sure how much frying chicken costs at Northern, but I'm pretty sure it'll be cheaper to raise our own.
That's a pile of food, and you think there's 25 birds that maybe weigh 4 or 5 pounds, so there's at least 100 pounds of chicken there. So goes a long ways to, especially if you're talking, probably I don't know what it was, $5 a pound or what it is up here, but at any rate, it adds up pretty quick anyhow. And so now we got, whatever, even if it's $3 a pound, it's $300, off their food bill, which is a whole month's income for some folks. So.
And it's just geography, like the location is, it hinders a lot of things, like not just health, but economics and just.
So yeah, there is the price of food, so they could raise their kids on healthier food. There is fish on the lake and whatnot, which they can go and catch as well, but sometimes you get tired of eating fish every day, so the idea would be to have other sources of protein, so they would have healthier food and affordable food.
So we're trying to find different ways, to help the people feed themselves more healthier, better, cheaper, to make them more, empower them, I guess. Like it's empower them, it's take back, they can grow their own vegetables, they can raise their chickens, they can.
So yeah, it's certainly a food security issue, I would say. It's trying, I don't know, it's not going to solve all the problems, but it's one step towards solving some of the problems anyhow.
So it's something we've been working on for about 3 or 4 years now, and this is where we're at now. St. Therese, I hear, is the only community that managed to raise them to their full growth or their full size.
My name is Eric Litt. I'm from St. Therese Point First Nation. Yeah, I think it's important because it's the first time that they did this, raise chickens over here. And I think it was, to me, it was successful because it's mostly like the predators that wanted to take out the chickens.
So it's been great. I mean, here we are. It's September 26th, I think, or something like that. And we just harvested the 26 chickens yesterday that survived out of the 125.
It was kind of quite a challenge at first because I didn't know how to take care of them, but now I know how.
There was various things that happened to the other ones, everything from weasels to dogs and whatnot, to kids leaving the door open or things like that.
Two of my sons mostly guard the chickens, like even at night because there are dogs, and my young son, he's 8 years old, and he had a BB gun and shoot dogs when they come near.
So yeah, it's kind of interesting that the one cage that all the chickens survived in had no door into it, and so there was never a door to be left open or a way for dogs to get in. So
my family talked about it, and like we're gonna have fresh chickens after to eat, and they wanted to find out how it tasted after raising them up, and give some out to people and see how they felt about it.
And so there's lots of things that happened, which has been all a very good learning experience as far as trying to figure out what to do and not to do.
Yeah, well, people I talked to told me that they wanted chickens too next year, and they really wanted to do it too, and that's really very interesting too.
So there's definitely interest. I mean, they wanted to have chickens next year, and so yeah, it's a case of finding out how many people are interested in doing that, and get them trained so that they understand what happened this year and what things were right and wrong, sort of thing, and so they don't. It's all a case of not duplicating the mistakes every year, sort of thing. Let's work on what went wrong and fix it.
My vision for this program, the chicken growing, I put the chicken and the gardening program together, and I see them kind of working side by side. I see right now, like our gardening program is probably about 2 or 3 years into it, so there is more gardens. Right now, I think we have 300 gardens in the region. So, and we started off with 4 coops here. I want to see maybe about 25 coops the next year or two, and I want you hear chickens in the air.
Yeah, what all we'll end up doing with it from like next year, we'll probably do it again, and but they'll be adjusting their kind of management plan sort of thing for next year, and we're also looking at the possibility of getting layer hens. If next year they had 8 or 10 layer hens per family, I think that that would probably work out good too in terms of keeping them in eggs, so that they'd have a little higher protein in their diet and be able to be quite affordable, sort of thing.
Never stop looking, never stop believing, that things can get better in the communities. Like it's been a struggle, like for as many years as I've been at Four Arrows. It's been a constant struggle, but we've always never given up. We're always trying to find different ideas, different things we can do for the people. So it's just, just keep going.